Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and in this video we're going to be discussing the Formula Drift car pack for Forza Horizon 4 and Forza Motorsport 7, which is up in the air right now, supposedly. Now, basically, the main thing that I'm going to be talking about here, and the main thing I'm going to be starting off the video with, is when they originally put this out on the Microsoft Store, it originally said if you pre-ordered the game, you would get the Formula Drift car pack for Forza Horizon 4 and Forza Motorsport 7. Now, with that being said, it has since now been changed to say this instead of what it said originally. Now, to be fair, it probably still is coming to Forza Motorsport 7, but it makes me wonder why they would change it like that. You know what I mean? It makes me wonder why they would change it like that, and that kind of brings up two things. One, it could have been a mistake, and it's not coming to Forza Motorsport 7. Two, it could have been a slip-up, and somebody told somebody else to take it down. So those are the two options that we kind of have to kind of base it off of. I'm going to lean further towards the fact that further towards the speculation that someone put it up, and then somebody else that saw it was like, boy, Bob, that's not supposed to be on the internet, Bob. And Bob was like, oh, well, I should take it down then, shouldn't I? And they were like, Bob, you're fired. But no, anyway, that leads me to believe that it is coming. It just wasn't technically supposed to be out there yet. So, with that being said, if you want this car pack, it's looking like if we base it off of how the Hoonigan car pack was handled, then it's looking like if you want it like right from the get-go, you're gonna have to make make sure you have the game pre-ordered, because it seems like they'll release it at a later date, but as of right now, it will be something for pre-orders. Now, say what you will about that. I mean, yes, you can say, like, I don't know, there's weird opinions out there, like, there's two different sides of the opinions, to all these opinions on, like, pre-order bonus cars and stuff like that. Personally, I mean, I can understand the marketing strategy of it, obviously. You know, it's called a pre-order incentive for a reason, right? I can understand the motivation behind these quote-unquote pre-order incentives. But at the same time, I can see where the people are coming from when they say, well, like, oh, you already have these cars, why are they not in the game already? Why are they, like, pre-order incentive DLC? And that's just it. That's why they're pre-order incentive DLC, to get you to pre-order the game. So, I mean, you can argue back and forth and on and on and on about your opinions on pre-order incentives, but to be honest, I mean, I'm okay. See, that's the thing, is I'm not too annoyed by a pre-order incentive for a game that we know is going to be at least... It's like we know at least that Horizon 4 is not going to be, like, it's going to be a good game. At the very least, it's going to be a good game, if not a great game. But it's not like you're pre-ordering something that that nobody's ever played before, or it's like a massive departure from how the series has always worked or something like that. It's not like they're trying to, you know, it's not like they're trying to make you pre-order something because they know the game isn't good and they're trying to give a reason for people to pre-order it so they, you know, so they buy it before reviews come out. That's not why they do that. I mean, and I've seen games do that. We've all seen games do that. And we all know that Horizon 4 is going to be a good, if not great, if not wonderful game. So, I mean, that's the thing, is if you're going to go ahead and get your pre-order out of the way, I feel like it's one of those things that you can kind of just go ahead and do it and be confident that you're, again, at least getting a properly good Forza game. So, I don't really have too much of a problem with the fact that this is a pre-order car pack. I really don't. And especially because of the fact that once, you know, you have the cars in the game, you can just use them. You know what I mean? Like, you can just use them. They just give them to you once they're actually in the game. You don't have to get them with credits or anything like that. So I think that it's a fair move. I do think, though, that some people are going to get, like, over the top and this and that, blah, 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 because it's a pre-order incentive. But, again, that's how it works. So, with that being said, now I want to list off some of the cars that I'm most excited to see in a Formula Drift themed car pack. However, I am not going to be showing photos of the cars, and I'll tell you why right here, right up front, because I know there's going to be people that are going to be like, oh, why didn't you show photos of the cars? That's like lazy editing. Or like, oh, you didn't take the time to go and get pictures of the cars. I'll tell you why. Because photographers can be protective of their work, rightfully so. And if I don't have permission to use a photo from a photographer, I am not going to put it in a video. Plain and simple. So with that being said, I mean, and I know a lot of photographers. So I know a lot of photographers in person, and I understand what they go through when someone steals their work. So that's why I'm not gonna just go and download pictures of these cars and put them in the video. I mean, for God's sake, the thumbnail was a picture that I took at the last Formula D event, so down here in Atlanta. So with all that being said, some of the cars that I am most excited to see, hopefully, these are all speculation, but hopefully seeing in this upcoming Formula D car pack are, we'll get the obvious one out of the way right off the bat, the Mustang RTR, Von Gittin Jr.'s Mustang. And honestly, I mean, that car has a Forza Horizon sticker on it. It has actually multiple, I believe. And so it's kind of a guarantee, not fully, but kind of a guarantee that it's going to be in the game. I hope that it's going to be in the pack. Another car that I really want to see is Osbo's Corolla hatch. And I know a lot of people have a lot of, different opinions about him. He's kind of like, it's like a lot of people like him, but a lot of people hate him. So, but I like his car. His car's pretty badass, and it's a really crazy car to watch drift in person. Kyle Mohan's Miata, that's definitely one that I would love to see in the car pack. I mean, that car's a bit of a monster. And to be fair, I mean, it's probably also one of the craziest sounding cars in the Formula D circuit, really. Now, another car that I think not as many people have really mentioned in terms of like what they want to see in this pack is Kristaps Blues' M3. Now, that thing is a monster. It is a rocket ship. It is an absolute rocket ship, and he drives it like one. And watching him win in Atlanta, by the way, was absolutely nuts. Like, you could see how freaking pumped he was when, he drove up there, up to, like, the horseshoe, and it was just kind of sinking in that he had won. And he was like, you could tell, like, inside, he was like, holy crap, I just won this. I just won. Oh my God, you know what I mean? Like, inside, you could tell he was kind of just like just trying to process all of it. Now, also another one that I think is kind of a guarantee, but not fully, is Chris Forsberg's Z. And, I mean, it's a car that I would really love to see. I don't know if it's... See, for me, it's one of the cars that I could kind of take or leave, but I know that there's probably a lot of people that would love to drive that car in Forza, so that car will definitely be one that I will that I would put on my list. Another car that I would love to see is Dean Kearney's Viper. That car, I've always liked that car. I mean, and I know he's had some issues with it, like over the course of competing and stuff like that. But even though he's had issues with that car, it's still an awesome car to actually watch drift. And I mean, just because it's a Viper, it's crazy. But it's one of those cars that's like, you watch it and you're like, that's badass. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a freaking Viper with drift steering angle, sliding sideways, door to door with a 240. It's like, where do you get to see that? And I love the fact that he went with that car and decided to be, different. It's not just another S chassis. Now, another car that I would very much like to see is actually, it's kind of weird because there's so many different cars, right? There's so many different cars, and one that stood out to me, and it stood out to everybody, but it was Federico's Ferrari, that the 599 twin supercharged. That thing is freaking nuts. It's an absolutely nutty car. It likes to catch fire, but it's also a Ferrari, and honestly, like having a Ferrari Pro Drift car in any Forza, I mean Horizon 4, Motorsport 7, any Forza would just be so cool that it would kind of blow everything out of the water that we've seen yet. It would be another step up for the series, and I would love to see that be another step up for the series because, frankly, we need something to kind of like come in, and that's what I love about this Formula D car pack is like when the Hoonigan car pack came in, these cars were completely different than anything we had seen before, especially the Hoonicorn that I'm driving right now. But when those cars came in, they really kind of shook the game up because these cars were different than a lot of other things we had seen before. Same thing with this Formula D car pack, and I think once it comes out, the drift community, obviously, the drift community is going to be all over it. They're going to love it, but I think everybody in general is going to really enjoy these cars, and it's going to be another addition of, like, vehicle dynamics to the Forza ecosystem. because again, you're dealing with the angle, you're dealing with the specific suspension setups, you're dealing with these crazy engines, and having that in the game, having those cars in the game, is going to be one of those things that will, again, add to the Forza ecosystem as a whole, and I think take it into a new realm. And the more cars you add, the deeper you make this ecosystem. So I personally love the idea, and I love all those cars that I mentioned. I am all about all those cars that I mentioned, and again, I detailed exactly why I didn't just go and get pictures of the cars, because I respect photographers, and I am not going to overlay a picture in my video that I do not have permission to post, unless it's, unless it's press material. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's press material for like a car release or a game release or something like that, that's different. But if it's like a photographer's personal work that they have their watermark on and stuff like that, I'm not going to take that unless I have permission to do so. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section below what cars you want to see in that Formula D car pack. Let me know what you think in regards to them changing the description on the Microsoft Store from Forza Horizon 4 and Forza Motorsport 7 to over to just Forza Horizon 4. And I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure you like the video, subscribe for more if you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time.